use. If you were on a moving train or ferry boat, how would you stand to keep your balance? If you stood with your legs apart, you'd be turning yourself into a human triangle. Triangles are stable and strong. That's why builders and architects use them for lightweight bridges and towers. As you have seen, you can push a square out of shape by pinching its corners together, but you can't squash a triangle. The only structure that holds its shape under pressure is a triangle. Look around you. Can you find examples of triangles that make things strong? You probably didn't think of the hidden triangle in a slice of green pepper. Since the green pepper is almost hollow inside, it's much lighter than a solid fruit of the same size, such as an orange. The green pepper keeps its firm, rounded shape because of its inner triangular ribs. How about a shelf support, an ironing board, a window fastening, holding a window open, a bicycle frame, a deck chair, or a gate or the timbers in the roof? Triangles strengthen hydro towers and the cross arms of telephone poles. The long boom of a building crane is made of relatively thin pieces of steel, but its triangular shape makes it strong enough to hoist heavy machines to the top of high-rise buildings. Triangles are strong and rigid because of one key fact. A triangle can't change its shape unless one of its sides gets longer or shorter. Putting triangles to work. Take a piece of paper and hold it at the center corners along one edge. See how it droops? It can't even support its own weight. So how could you make it stronger? You could glue some cardboard stiffeners along its length, but you don't need anything that fancy. Just some triangles. Try this. Fold the paper into a fan. Support the ends of the fan on two boxes to make a bridge structure. Test the strength of your bridge by putting a paperback book on it. Keep adding books until the bridge breaks. What's happening? The same piece of paper that couldn't support even itself can now hold the weight of several books. You've made the original paper at least 300 times stronger by folding it into triangles. Triangles are also what make corrugated cardboard strong enough to use for cartons for packing groceries. If you cut into a piece of corrugated cardboard, you will see the inside layer of triangle folds sandwiched between the two outer layers of paper. These patterns, see the 6 bridge patterns, aren't string games. They're different trusses, patented during the railway era and named after their inventors. Zigzag crossbars connected the parallel bars on the top and bottom to form N shapes, M shapes, or W shapes. They all work as long as they form the chain of triangles needed for strength and rigidity. You can also find triangles in the Eiffel Tower, where at the time, at 300 meters, the wrought iron tower rose almost twice as high as the 1884 Washington Monument, till then the world's tallest structure. It only weighed 6,300 tons compared to the Washington Monument's 89,000 tons. The Washington Monument gets its strength from the sheer weight of its piled stone, but the Eiffel Tower is strong through its good design. There are other designs other than triangles, kids. There's X-beams inside buildings. Sometimes you can run something over the top and use suspension, where you use cables to hold up a bridge. You can see the Sydney Opera House and how it has curved domes. Roofs are generally made of triangles, but there are also other examples of arches or domes where each stone presses against the others to hold up its own weight. This can also be seen in the giant golf ball at Disney World or at the American Pavilion from the World's Fair in Montreal. These are just a few ideas for you guys before you set out in building your bridge. Guys, Holly and I are about to start out our project. We wanted to share with you guys some ideas, but don't use our ideas. Come up with your own. Certainly connecting several straws makes them stronger. I can bend one straw. If I put enough weight on it, right, it will collapse. If I connect several of them, I can't bend it, right? Another idea, like we learned from the book, is using triangles. But instead of just putting two straws together to form a triangle and connecting them at the top, where you might find that they bend at the rubber band, you can pre-bend one straw. This one uses two red straws on the top and bottom, and two blue straws to form the triangles on the inside. These are just a few ideas. See how I can put a lot of weight on this without it collapsing. Okay, so just a few ideas. You can also cut your straws or cut your rubber bands even. You can put them inside of each other to make them stronger. Just a few ideas, okay? Let's set out and we're gonna try to make one bridge, and Holly is going to have the challenge of designing a stand that we will put in our garden to hold the weight of her pea plants. We'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so Holly is starting out trying to make her tower to support her pea plants. We take two straws, we kind of folded the end of one to put it inside of one another. This makes one longer straw. Another thing that we did, hold on, let me take these really quickly. Where's the one that I made for you, babe? Hold on for 1 second with that. Another thing is you can take two straws to make an X, and what you do is you kind of shove it to one end. I'm gonna take this off for a moment to show you how to do it. I put them near each other, and I put the rubber band on one end, and then I bring the rubber band and the straw to the other end, and I bring it over that end, and it kind of connects the two together. You can have it at any point. Now I'm gonna move it back so it's in the middle, and we're gonna make an X with it. You can secure this with additional rubber bands if you want, going the other direction. So we're gonna try doing that. Holly, do you wanna try doing that with a green rubber band? Should we go this way? And we're gonna bring it over this side, okay? There. So now did we end up with the same thing? We did. It kind of is the same thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it the other way now. See if we can maybe connect this, give it a little bit more rigidity at that spot. I think no matter how we do this, it ends up being kind of the same thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, it's okay. So I don't know that that's very effective, adding additional straws, additional rubber bands, but now we have an X brace. We may try wrapping it. We'll see if we can come up with some additional ideas for giving it more rigidity.
Yeah.
Or you can also use maybe two straws to make an X brace. We'll see. We'll give it a shot and we'll keep you posted. Another thing is for my bended straw, all you do is you take 3 straws and you alternate connecting 2 of them with the rubber band. So I put 2 here, and then I put a rubber band on this side, and then a rubber band back between those 2. And then I'll put another rubber band between these 2. And then I will gradually work on folding my blue straw, and the rubber bands will already be placed to hold them together. Make sense? So we'll keep you posted as we do this. This will gradually hold together as it bends, okay? So you can see how I'll gradually work that over towards each other as I bend them. Okay? So just one idea. We'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, you guys, we're having some family issues, so I may make the rest of my videos short, but here are some things to consider. We started building up Holly's tower, but you'll notice that an X-beam, unlike just plain triangles, can be compressed, right? It can, where you shrink down. The forces on it, it doesn't have enough resistance. We tried adding more rubber bands. We added extra straws to make it thicker. We added extra straws, used 2 legs to try to keep this from bending. We tried adding a support this way. So if you're making a bridge, definitely if you use any kind of X, make sure that it forms triangles, not just 2 sides of a triangle. You need a full triangle there. That does supply some rigidity, but your rubber bands can slip right down your straw. So find some way to secure it more than this. We're gonna keep playing around, but you guys go and explore on your own. I do wish that I could have given you more straws than what I was able to. We had planned on the younger classes just making 1 bridge each, or 1 bridge per class. So I did not buy as many straws as I would need for every family to be able to make a bridge, or every student to make a bridge. So you can at least come up with the concept, and then if you want to try making a bridge out of other things you have around the house, or just explore things around your house that have good support. An egg carton is a type of arch, right? Your corrugated cardboard has triangles. What things give support to your stairs, to your banisters, to your table, to your chairs? Which things are a matter of the strength of the material versus the strength of the shape? Go and explore, you guys. Have some discussions, maybe draw up some designs even if you don't have enough straws to do what you want. One thing I would definitely say is the lack of friction here, the fact that the straws so easily rub against each other and can slide down, makes it hard. Another thing that you can use is Play-Doh or clay or marshmallows with either toothpicks or craft sticks. That's another way that you can experiment with making a tower. Or try making a suspension bridge using string or rope or pipe cleaners, whatever you have around the house. Go and have fun with this. Explore how shapes and material and forces, friction, gravity, all those things play together. And have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, you guys, to give you some perspective of how many supplies you need. This is Holly's first tower, and she's going to make 2 of these and then form a square with them. So there'll be 2 walls, and then we'll make X's between the 2 of them as well to make a tower for her pea plants to grow on, or might use it as a tomato cage or something. This was 21 straws and 19 rubber bands. Some of those straws were excessive. We didn't need them. We were just kind of playing around seeing. I think these ones give extra rigidity at the bottom. That one across may not be necessary, but it's probably good to have one across. We have a few extra rubber bands that we found we did not need. Really, we just need to put 1 rubber band around the side on the inside of a straw, wrap it around the 2 on the back, and then put it over the end again. And so you really only need 1 rubber band to connect each leg to our base. But you guys play around with it, but to give you an idea, this is 21 straws and 17 rubber bands to make this. Okay, so we came up with one more idea to share. We cut a straw. So we had 1 spare blue straw, and we just cut a strip of it out. You can see it's how we cut that chunk. And we essentially used it as rope and tied it around our X brace and then secured it with a rubber band. And then that way it has a little bit more rigidity that our X brace doesn't want to collapse as easily. So one more idea for you guys to try. Have fun. Okay, you guys, so this was 1 bag worth of straws to make a tower for Holly's garden. If we wanted to add extra support, we could continue cutting up this straw to tie off some of the braces. But just to give you an idea, that is 1 bag worth of supplies, makes approximately this size of tower or bridge. If you cut them or bend them smaller, obviously you can make it longer and more sturdy. More compact version of that, using fewer straws, if you want to make a bigger bridge, or if you have more than 1 child making bridges, you can cut the straws like Holly did and then connect them in the same way.